Alright, welcome back to the channel, you all. So, this round, this is actually a replay. I'm going in and I'm going over a replay from one of my colleagues from the World of Tanks Arty Noobs page on Facebook. If you are an SPG player and you are not a member of that page and you are just hearing about this for the absolute first time ever, then I would definitely recommend you go over there and be a part of that community. So, anyways, we're heading in here under FendaBenda from the YBB clan. He's in as Lorraine 15551. So, and Live Oaks. So we're here. Sorry, I'm so shitty with the maps, and half of them look the same, and I get the names mixed up. So, but anyways, yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and watch FendaBenda here, this is a great round right off the bat. So spoiler alert, I already know the result of this, and FendaBenda actually does really well, and but you know what? Sometimes to just know somebody did really well when you're downloading a replay just doesn't quite cut it. You know, sometimes you just need to get in there and actually watch the replay and watch. Oh my God! Right off the bat, I'm getting dizzy from Fenderbenders' movement here. No, I would have taken that shot too, FendaBenda. So. I'm just going to call you Fenderbender because I don't believe in bastardizing the English language. So, but yeah, that last shot, I would have taken that shot too because that little shit scout tank, he really did look like he was about to make a hard right. Now the S1, that S1's like, ah shit, why did I come here again? Who told me to come here again? No, and what the hell is that, an FV? He's got a British tomato on his team here, FendaBenda does, and that guy just missed by an entire mile. Alright, this is a good one. These are always tricky, but he's got it. That's that was right up, smack dab. That was a type 4. So, yeah, or I'm sorry, that was not a type 4. That was an OHO. But that was still a great shot. I mean, you know what? You can say anything you want, but like when you're lobbing a shell from across the entire map and you have to lead them by like 3 or 4 seconds, you know, it really does make a lot of. It really does take a bit of doing. So. Okay, so right now, I mean, it looks like each team has kind of sacrificed a YOLO player. It looks like so FendaBenda's team's up by 1 run right now. But they did lose. They did have a YOLO scout, and he's of course dead. We have a T-34 potato who thinks it's a great idea to just sit right there in the middle of the open. But you know what? We all have to learn these lessons one way or another. We do have to learn these lessons. And I will say one thing: for being in a 5-1, FendaBenda really does have a fairly quick reload going on here. What is he at? 25 seconds. I mean, that's what I have on my 5.0. So I don't know. He must have a decently skilled crew, I would imagine, in this thing. So, all right. But okay, so there we go. Let's see. Yep, there you go. We got the broadside. Yeah, he was kind of robbed there. That should have probably smacked him. He was dialed in pretty well on that fella. That FV's decided that life's not worth living. Yeah, now these green players, they're usually worth. Yeah, man. This little tomato that you've got on your team here. There we go. That's the T-34. that's gonna work out really bad for you. This guy, I don't know, that poor guy, that poor T-34. He seems confused. It's like he's not really sure, like, whose team he's on. You know, do we shoot at the red guys or the green guys? We just don't know. That 207 just stole your kill there, FendaBender, but you imagine you were a sport about it, so. Damn. I had high hopes for that one, because it looked like you timed it poorly, but then it actually started looking like you timed it perfectly, but I think it went a little long, so. But that was still a great fire-off, so, but yeah, let's see what we got here. Yeah, this leopard, he's got to go. I mean, that's a green player. Oh, and he's tracked. Oh, and he's prepared himself. Okay, here we go. He knows you're onto him. Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, and it's part of the... Oh, come on, back up a little bit. Well, you know, that was still a good splash. You know what? No, that's this horrible thing about the new stun splash mechanic, is like you splash people, and sometimes you do more damage to them than you would have probably done if you'd have just hit them directly on. So as absurd as that may be. But yeah, so he splashed him for about 260. Alright, so yeah, I mean, it's still a fairly close, I mean, it's still anybody's game. I mean, right now we've got a tie ball game, both teams at 7, so this could really, anybody could really run away with this. And this is usually, when when the metal hits the meat. Usually at this point, a handful of people die, and then the rest of the team just gets romped over. Or, they manage to, I mean, right now, though, a couple people die. A couple people will die in fairly rapid succession. Oh, and it looks like it's going to be FendeRbender's team here. Yeah, a couple people die in rapid succession, and then all of a sudden, well, maybe not. And then at that point, you know, you kind of start to get an idea of where the game's going pretty quick. You know, and on this map here, that imbecile, he just sat there. He was spotted, and he didn't go goddamn where. Oh man, oh boy. Let's see here. I'm gonna switch things around here. Well, I think there was a larva. Well, he's a potato, so I guess we can't expect too much. But like, if you look over here in the city, like they have camped out in the city for whatever reason. Looking down here, that guy's dead. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, down here we just got a heavy tank, and then what do we have? A camping TD and a medium tank that's confused and not sure where to go. I mean, yeah, this is looking up for you here, FendaBender. So, yeah, the city, I would say that's what I would do at this point, because your camp's not being threatened, you're not being threatened. I mean, I haven't even seen anything like remotely resembling counter battery fire. So it's like, I think the enemy artillery has just like decided that you're not worth killing or something. But you know, obviously that's going to prove to be a bad decision on their part. And if you look at the enemy team, they have a pair of GW Tigers, and both of those guys are yellow players, which means that they're not like, you know, they're not like pros or anything, but they're still like fairly decent players, and they both have a couple of kills, so probably they should be trying to counter battery. But you know, obviously they're just they've decided that well, they might even be in survival mode at this point. They have a heavy tank. They have a heavy tank that's oh, there we go. Let's see. That's gonna hit. Yeah. Right on the ass of that guy. Oh, yeah, that's right. And yeah. Oh, oh, well. Look at that. All of them. And this is when I can almost feel your tension, FendaBender. You're like, oh my god, reload, hurry the fuck up. But I will say this, that this is a hardcore team maneuver here. He ignored the easy kill, and this is what artillery players are. And this is the first time I've watched this, so this is all just kind of real time as I'm watching it. But that was an outstanding was an outstanding maneuver there, and that's something that I did not expect you to do there, FenderBender, which was ignore the easy kills, which was those GW Panthers there, and instead, and he's done it twice now, and instead go for the tank, the guy who, the heavy tank that's alive. Yeah, what a hell of a game, and hats off to you, sir. Let's go see how we did. Okay, so coming out in the end. So let's see. So yeah, so FendaBenda, that was an outstanding round. We came away with almost 2,200 experience. Almost 28,000 credits. So that's really, really good in this round here. And I don't believe that. He'd have done a lot better had he. But it looks like FendaBenda doesn't run a premium account, so. I don't know if any of you out there are feeling slightly generous or something. What you ought to do is you ought to go and you ought to buy FendaBenda maybe a couple months of premium membership. He can really capitalize on the fact that he's a very skilled player in general. So yeah, okay. So moving on out of here, let's head on over to Team Score. Right up here, let's see. Let's go ahead and. So as far as kill goes, 2 kills, obviously. Let's look at the damage done. So he came in second place on damage, but that's actually outstanding. He was beat out by a little over 100 damage, and that's actually really good for this tier of a map. I mean, or this tier of a team. I mean, he went in a tier 8 vehicle, and a tier 8 nerfed self-propelled gun, and he still came out almost at the very top. That's actually outstanding. So it's easy to come out on top when your entire team sucks and they lose really quickly and it's a loss, but when your team wins, that means that there's a lot of big tanks out there doing a lot of damage, and you still managed to nearly outdo all of them. So detail report coming on in. So let's see. He got almost 28,000 credits here. After taxes, he came away with almost 8,500 credits total. So, like I said, man, somebody needs to just spring for maybe a month of premium member. I think FenderBenders on the EU server. Otherwise, I would probably just buy him just for the sake of this whole thing. I think I would reward him with a month of free premium on myself. Well, I mean, free for him, but not for me. 17 shots fired, excellent. That's just kind of goes to show just the French artillery line in general. They have a fast reload. The guns don't hit as hard as, say, like maybe like the German or the Soviet line, but they reload quickly, which means that you can still pump out a lot of shots. And I don't know, sometimes if you're impatient like me, I would rather just be hurling shots down range as quickly as possible, as opposed to firing one giant shot every minute. So he did 2,700 damage. That's spectacular, and he did it all from a long range array. And he made some great shots. There were blind shots there. There were shots there. These tanks were on the move. So these were not just easy. These were not just easy shots with enemies laying around, scratching their ass, waiting to die. They were moving around and they were doing stuff, and he really made them suffer for even just being spotted. So great job there, FendaBenda. So. He damaged 7 vehicles, destroyed 2 out of that, damaged enemy vehicles. So he got almost 1,400 stun damage, and that's wonderful. I feel like there's still most of the players out there are still kind of getting used to the stun mechanic. Not only just getting stunned themselves, but just learning how to just capitalize on the fact that the artillery on their team just stunned an enemy. So, but it looks like his team actually did a fairly decent job of that, and he stunned 13. Stunned the enemy team 13 times. So outstanding there. That was almost a 10-minute battle. I mean, 9 minutes, a little over 9 minutes. So, that was it wasn't the longest match in the world, but it certainly wasn't the shortest. So, but in the grand scheme of it, I mean, you came away with the ever present bruiser medal, but also ace tanker. So outstanding. So thanks for the replay, FendaBenda. That was actually a lot of fun to play. And sometimes it's as much fun to watch the skill of the player. As much fun as it is to watch the skill of the player who submitted the replay, it's almost as much fun to just watch how dumb the enemy is sometimes. But you made some amazing shots there, and so hats off to you. Hats off to you there, buddy. So as I mentioned at the beginning, everybody, I got this replay. FendaBenda submitted this. To the World of Tanks Arty Noobs page on Facebook. So I'm going to link that page in the comments below. If you are an SPG player, definitely swing on by. We are a great little community of players in there. Most of us play, all the players in there play at least half of our gameplay is with SPGs. So if you're a grizzled veteran and you have a lot of knowledge that you'd like to share with the rest of us, that is wonderful. We would love to have you. If you are just a newbie player, maybe, I don't know, but maybe you just decided artillery was your thing and, you have 100 games under your belt or whatever, it doesn't matter. Just swing on in. We've got a lot of great players that would like to give you some advice. So, but as always, everybody, thanks so much for swinging by the channel. I do appreciate it. Give the video a thumbs up, and I do, and not just for me, but give it a thumbs up for FendaBenda here. So he did an outstanding job, and definitely hit subscribe to the channel. So I do appreciate any subscription that we do get. So, but you all have a wonderful evening and happy hunting out there.